Three Kings is a 1999 war comedy film. And personally, for me, I would actually call Three Kings to be the second best war comedy film. The only reason it's not number one is MASH from 1970. When it switches gears and it becomes a bit of a refugee film, like on top of war, that's when the comedy gets out. But we still love what we see in front of the film, only if you can stomach some of the things that happen. We came out in 1999, and it was the year after Terrence Malick did The Thin Red Line, and the year after Steven Spielberg did Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan is probably the most beloved war movie ever made, perhaps. And they're doing another war film. Well, it's a good thing that they really switched gears and made it pretty visionary, made it pretty comedic, and kind of dwindled down the amount of violence in comparison with some traditional war films. So the movie stars George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, Ice Cube, and a slew of other pretty big names at the time. And it takes place in 1991, right after the Gulf War. So because less than 10 years had passed, the fact that director David O. Russell chose to do a movie about a more recent war, that was actually a really good move, because it really differentiates traditional war films, traditional war epics, with some things a little bit more recent. Things that are more recent, things that are fresher in one's memory. Good move on him. War is over, and they end up finding a map lodged up some guy's butt. They end up realizing that the map will lead to a stash of gold that Saddam Hussein stole from Kuwait. So what Clooney and some of his buddies do is they try to go take all the gold away from those bunkers and have it be all that. It was going to be kind of a hard job, but nothing that guys of this talent wouldn't be able to handle. But the thing is, after they end up leaving with all the gold, they witness a bunch of atrocities by everyone there on innocent civilians. What they must do is, wait a little bit, definitely hold on to the gold, but help out these innocent people first. And what makes matters a little bit worse is Mark Wahlberg's character goes missing in action, so everything gets more difficult as time goes on. When the movie ends up switching gears and the comedy ends up leaving, that's when everything switches to a more humane drama about mutual respect, personal integrity, and helping people, doing the right thing, racism, putting differences aside because you know that it's the right thing to do. Of course, Clooney, Wahlberg, and Cube and everyone, they all have guns. They're all trained experts in combat. But these innocent lives are not. So they must save them and maybe give some of them some of the gold too. Because if they're able to get out of that country, they'll end up leading good lives. So yeah, this movie is it's a very, very smart film. It's not at all a run-of-the-mill war piece. And because we do get to see such well-developed characters really go through such impressive changes in such a very clever film, man, this is just one of those films that, I see over and over again, and I love it each and every single time. Like, yes, there's the writing, but there's also the directing, like the color code and some of the weird frames per second that can happen just to really heighten the tension. It's a wild film, but it's brilliant. It's one of the best in this genre. Yeah, I do want to give Three Kings from 1999 3.5 stars out of 4. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again next time.